gotta excuse me if my view is a little off today with the vlog because I don't have my tripod with me at work. But home ownership is the most rewarding yet ghettoest thing that we have ever done. So last week, like mid last week, I was getting the kids ready for school and daycare, and Jeremy calls me. He's like, we got a little bit of a problem. He called me from downstairs in the basement, and he said, we got a little bit of a problem. I said, what? I said, I'm in the middle of getting the kids ready. What's going on? He's like, I need you to come downstairs. I'm like, okay. Oh, excuse me. So I get downstairs, and there's water on the floor. Now, I might as well say like 95%, well, the laundry room too. Let's say 90% of our basement is carpet. We do have a small segment of tile that goes from the bathroom, like in the hallway, and then the laundry room, of course, is not carpeted. So there's water all over the tile area. So apparently water is starting to come up out of the drain that's next to the furnace. So Jeremy's like, well, maybe I did it because I had a lot of water stuff going on at all at once or whatever. So we waited a couple days to see what was going on, to see if it would resolve itself, and it didn't. So then a couple days later, I ran the washing machine, and as soon as the rinse cycle went on, whoosh, gush of water comes out. So at this point, we know we got a clog somewhere. So I'm calling all around. Plumbers are like, well, we can't really say what it is until we come and look. And pretty much all of the places except for like 2 did not provide a free estimate. They were like, we'll come out, we'll do the work for you at the same time, but if we come out and then you choose not to get the work done, then it's still gonna be like $100 for us to come out. And I'm like, what? Whatever. No, we're not going with y'all. Thank you. Next. So I ended up finding a company that was gonna provide that would provide a free estimate. They came out Saturday morning, and they said to rod out our pipe drain, whatever you want to call it, $550. I was like, yeah, y'all can go. So basically, it was $400. It was going to be $400 to unclog the pipe, and then they were charging another $150. Now, for those of you all who don't know, our house was like a rebuild or whatever. It was a super old, ancient house that had like green carpet and like orange, brown, and green wallpaper. Oh, it was terrible. I'll have to post the pictures if I can ever find them. And it was bought by this seller company, and they completely rebuilt the house before we purchased it. And whoever did the construction or the design for the house didn't think too much about architecture. So the main pipe that's in the basement, that's like the source for everything, is right next to a wall. So you cannot access it. If you need to get to this pipe, you can't access it because there's a wall right there. So they basically, the plumber was like, yeah, we're good. It's $400 to rod out the pipe, but then we're going to charge you another $150 because since we can't get to the main pipe, we have to take off your toilet, unclog it through the toilet, and then put another wax seal around your toilet so that your toilet doesn't leak. And all of that was going to be an extra $150. I was like, $550. But the guy was nice. He was like, well, what you can do, for future reference or whatever, he was like, just create yourself. He was like, cut a hole in the wall, and make yourself, we can go to Home Depot and buy a door and make ourselves like an access door. So that way, if it ever happened again, that we wouldn't have to go through the toilet. So we told my father-in-law what was going on. He was like, man, I'm not gonna have y'all paying no $5.50. He was like, we gonna knock a hole in this wall. So I'm gonna show y'all the clip of what was done. So that's where the main pipe source is, right here. And whoever designed the house and rebuilt the house, because this was a rebuild before we bought it, put a wall right here so that there's no access to this pipe, this main pipe. So Jeremy and my father-in-law had to do some holes so they can get to the pipe and then unscrew the cap and then rod it. Yep. So now I got holes in the basement. It is what it is, though. Once we come back from vacation, we're gonna put some plastic up on it so it's just not open holes or whatever. But once we get back, we're gonna, well, I'm not cutting it. Jeremy's gonna cut it all nice and neat, and then we're gonna go get an access door. That way we don't bump into this issue again. And then, luckily, my father-in-law, he always be saving a day. He had a 25-foot rod, so we didn't have to go buy anything, or but we were worried that the clog was more than 25 feet. But if it was more than 25 feet, we were gonna, we found at the Home Depot, rent out 50-foot rods for like $55. So we were gonna go that route versus paying $5.50. But I'm glad it's all resolved because I couldn't do no laundry this weekend. I couldn't, we were being very mindful of what water usages we were doing because we didn't want water to go everywhere. It was just a mess. So, and I cracked the joke. I had everybody laughing. So, even when we stayed in our last apartment before we got the house, the landlord had a washer and a dryer downstairs. So I have been to a laundromat in I don't know how long. When we do have to go to a laundromat, it's just for the big, huge comforters, and Jeremy usually goes and does those. So, I was having a fit. I'm like, if I gotta go to a laundromat, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm like, I ain't did this in years. Call me bougie, call me whatever you want, but I was like, no, we gotta get this fixed. So I'm glad that all is resolved and we don't have to worry about that. But yeah, home ownership can be ghetto at times. And this was the one thing everybody was like, when we first got married, they was like, when y'all gonna get a house? And, oh, I can't wait till y'all get a house. This is why we waited. Because, yeah, granted, you paying these expensive rent prices and stuff like that, and then it's not going towards anything that's yours. But at least, if something breaks or whatever, the landlord got to come fix it because it's their property. So, like I said, it's the most rewarding yet ghettoest thing we have ever done. Also, with the title that you all see with the vlog, that it's called Vlogtober-ish. Got that phrase from Edna. Y'all probably will not see a vlog every single day. Y'all see that, I did the christening, and then I did the anniversary vlog, and then now this. So it might be a little bit more consistent because I got, stuff coming up, with the cruise and the prep and all of that stuff or whatever. But I'm calling it Vlogtober-ish because it's not going to be a vlog every single day. Y'all going to get what you get. My life is not that exciting to vlog every single day. It's just not. But kudos to everybody who's doing it. I've been trying to keep up with everybody's vlogs. It's so hard. I was about to say, just because I don't comment don't mean that I'm not watching, but there's so many content creators that are doing Vlogtober. But there's a ton of stuff coming. Like I said, some cruise prep, the actual cruise vlogs once I get those out, Halloween decorating, for fall and for Halloween and all of that stuff. So it's stuff coming. But I'm going to call it Vlogtober-ish, in the words of my sister Edna. So thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for listening to me rant about home ownership. And I will see you guys in the next vlog. Bye.